Hello, basketball lovers. Coach Bay back here with you with another series of drills that you can do while you're in the home. Unfortunately, we can't get to the gym, so we definitely want to make sure that we continue working on our game. And today we're going to be focused on shooting. Everybody wants to shoot the basketball, but it's important for my beginners that we know and learn how to shoot the appropriate way. But then I'm going to give you 9 drills that you can actually do in the house, and I want you to repeat those drills over and over and over. So, number one, let's just talk about our structure of the shot in our body. Number one, you want to make sure that you have your feet set the right way. So you want to be shoulder length apart. If you're a right-handed shooter, your right foot's going to be slightly in front of your left. Shoulder length apart, right foot slightly in front of the left, and that's basically for purposes of balance. You want to have your knees bent, your back's going to be straight, but you're going to be leaning forward. You're going to bring your shooting hand up and create an L, and think about a waiter holding a platter or a tray. That's where the basketball is going to be, and your elbow needs to be beneath the basketball. All right? And then you bring up your guide hand. Now it's important that you have your hands a little bit below your eye level so that you can actually see. So that's basically the fundamentals in terms of what you want to look like when you're shooting the basketball. Now when you do shoot the ball, just make sure that you're moving all in one motion. The shot's going to come through your feet, your knees, up and through your elbow and out as you release the basketball. So you're nice and low. Push up and you push out, and make sure that you follow through and hold that follow through as much as you can. And so again, you're here, push up and you push out. Now if you notice, my guide hand stays and it does not raise up high. So nice and low, push up, push out. Push up, push out. And you want to make sure that you are not standing flat-footed. That's really important. So when you are preparing to shoot the basketball, your heels are not lifted off of the ground, but you're also not leaning back on your heels. So you're leaning forward, and then when you push up and push out, you want to get on those toes. Push up, push out, and get on those toes. All right, let's get to these drills. So number 1 is going to be standing one-handed air shots. So we're going to act like we have our basketball, create that L, all right? Create that L, and we're going to go 10 count, nice and low, push up, push out with one hand, push up, push out with one hand. And when you follow through, you want to hold it, and you want to point your index finger at your target. So push up, push out, 1, over and over until you get to 10. Over and over until you get to 10. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be standing air shots without the ball, but now you're going to bring in your guide hand, and we'll go 10 count with that as well. So same concept. Bring your guide hand up, nice and low, your hands are away from your face and not too tight in. And you're going to push up and push out. Make sure that you raise up. And you're going 10 count here. Raise up on your toes. Pop your wrist. That's really important to pop your wrist and hold your follow through. Number 3, going to be sliding shots without the basketball. All right, so when you're in the game, you're waiting for the shot, waiting for the pass to come from your teammate. You want to have your hands up, show your palm, your shooting hand, show it, and have your guide hand ready. This is your target. Take 2 steps to the side, catch, and shoot. Catch, and shoot. And if you notice, I'm not standing straight up waiting for the basketball. This is a terrible mistake that a lot of young players make. They're in the game and they're just standing there waiting. Hey, I'm open. No, you're not ready. You're open, but you're not ready. So you want to be nice and low. Step to the side, catch and shoot. 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 All right, and you want to go 20 count. You see, again, I'm I'm raising up off of my feet and I'm on my toes. And you'll go 20 count. 20 count with those. Number 4 is going to be seated shots, and you go 20 count with your seated shots. So now you bring your ball in to the picture and get yourself set up. All right, again, you want to create that L. You want to, again, make sure that you create a crease. If you notice here, a little lower. If you notice here, there's a crease between my hand and the basketball. You don't want the ball just to lay in your palm. It's going to be difficult to control the ball if you do that. So make sure you create that crease. Make sure that your hands, your fingers are nice and wide, right? As wide as you can make them. Get that elbow in, and you want to be able to push up and out. Make sure that elbow is beneath the ball. Okay? Seated shots. You're going to go 20 count with those. Again, create that elbow, create that crease there. Elbows beneath the basketball. Push up and push out. Now, it's really important that you make sure that you talk to your parents in terms of where you're going to do these drills, because you obviously need space, and you want to make sure that you don't break anything. So if you're sitting in a regular chair or on the couch, or you can even sit on the floor if you need to, but you want to push up and push out. Push up and push out. And pop your wrist. Pop your wrist and make sure that that index finger is pointing straight towards your actual target. That's number 4. Number 5, we'll bring this back in. Number 5 is going to be seated shots off the pass. And we'll go 20 count there as well. So with this, same as what you just did before, but you're going to pass the basketball to yourself, catch and shoot. So this is going to force you to get your hands together really quickly, but it's really important that you make sure that you keep the fundamentals of your shot pure. All right, so ball's going to come to you, catch. All right, now when I catch the basketball, I'm catching it here. My guide hand is on the side. My hands are nice and wide. I've created a crease, all right, and then I'm going to shoot the ball. All right, so catch, raise up, and shoot. All in one motion. Catch, shoot, catch, shoot, catch, shoot. And we're going 20 count here. I'm going to be stopping and starting because I want you guys to make sure that you get the fundamentals of it right. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Follow through. Make sure that the index finger is pointing to your target and that you're popping your wrist over and over and over. What you're doing now is you're building muscle memory if you're doing it correctly. So you want to take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. I'm telling you guys 10 count, 20 count, but don't rush to try to get it done quickly. It's important for you to take your time in the beginning stages. Okay, so now we're at number 6, which is going to be one-handed shots laying down. This is going to help you with control. It's going to also help you with rotation, and again, just building that muscle memory. So, this is going to be one-handed shots laying down. Lay down. Get the basketball, balance it on your hand there. You want to have the ball up in the air. Your elbow is raised off the ground. You're not going to have your elbow on the ground. You're going to have your elbow raised up. Fingers are nice and wide. Push the ball up and out. Up and out. And we'll go 10 count with these one-handed shots. Point that wrist. Flip your wrist and point your index finger at your target. Over and over. And the goal is to create rotation, get the basketball up in the air, have it go straight up and come straight down. If you can do that, then you have control. Next is going to be basically the same drill, but you're going to introduce your shooting hand, your guide hand at this point. So shots laying down, we'll go 20 count here with shots laying down. All right, get yourself all set. Elbow is off the ground. You've created a crease. You have your guide hand not in front of the basketball, but on the side. And flip that wrist. Push it up, push it out. Push it up, push it out. Push it up, push it out. 20 count. And if your wrist starts to burn, go ahead and take a rest if you need to. But what you're doing is you are working muscles that you probably haven't worked before. So it's going to burn just a little bit, and that's fine. So that's number 7. Number 8 is going to be shots, of course. Obviously, we're not at the gym, so we can't shoot the basketball at a goal. This is really important. Make sure that if you do this, that you are either outside, in front of the house, in the driveway, on the patio, or you have high ceilings. They actually have high ceilings. And you want to talk to your parents in terms of if the ceilings are high enough for you to be able to do this particular drill, these 2 particular drills in the house. So with shots, you're just going to get 20 shots up. All right, same deal, nice and low. Knees are bent, shoulder length apart. Right foot's in front of the left foot. My back is straight, but I'm leaning forward. And now I get the shots up. Make sure again that you're raising up onto your toes. You never want to be flat-footed. Pop your wrist, pop and hold. Again, I like to concentrate on that index finger pointing at your goal. Whatever that goal is. Keep that wrist, keep your elbow nice and tight. You don't need to force it in, but you don't want your elbow to be here, all right? Because if your elbow is out, now you're unable to get your elbow underneath the basketball, and it's harder to keep your shot going straight at this point. So get that elbow underneath the basketball, much as you can. Okay, 20 shots. The last one, number 9, is going to be catch and shoot. Same deal. But now you're simulating what's happening in the game. So you're catching the basketball in your shooting stance, right? Catching the basketball in your shooting stance, and you're getting your shots up. And if you notice, I am not standing up straight as the basketball is coming to me. I'm not standing up straight. I'm low, and I get lower to bend through my knees and shoot the actual ball through my knees, through my elbow. So I'm down nice and low. Boom. Getting my shots up. Flip that wrist, pop and hold. Flip that wrist, pop and hold. Over and over. Concentrate on the fundamentals of your shot. And you want to go 20 count with that. There you go. Now, if you do these 9 drills over and over and over the right way, you will improve in terms of shooting. You'll build muscle memory. And when you are able to get back to the gym, you'll be ready to go. Now, a couple things that I want you guys to remember and try your best to avoid. Try your best to avoid wide elbows. Try your best to avoid bad footwork. You don't want to have your feet parallel or lined up, right? You also don't want to have, if you're a right-handed shooter, you want to have your right foot slightly in front of your left. You don't want to exaggerate. You don't want to be here, but you also don't want to be parallel. You don't want to have your feet too wide, and you don't want to have them too narrow either, all right? Now, it's all right for you to be a little slightly off if your toes may be pointed the opposite way a little bit. That's fine. You know, Steph Curry, one of the best shooters ever, he kind of positions his feet just a little bit to the left actually, but you want to try your best to be squared up to the basket, specifically here at the waistline and above when you're shooting the basketball. Guide hand is another thing that you want to avoid. You want to make sure that the ball is not, or your guide hand is not in front of the ball or underneath the basketball, where now you're shooting a two-handed shot. And you definitely want to make sure that you're not throwing the basketball. You don't shoot this way, or you shouldn't be shooting the basketball that way. So you don't want to shoot the basketball, try to stay within the guidelines of your fundamentals. That's really, really important. And just know that you're building. It's a build-up. You're building towards the shot. So when you shoot the basketball, it should be nice and smooth and nice and easy. If it's not smooth and easy and you're forcing it, more than likely out of your range. If you can't maintain the fundamentals of what we just went over, then you're outside of your range. So I know everyone wants to shoot as far as Steph Curry, but he built up to being able to shoot as far as he can. Trae Young the same way. Those guys built up to that. So get close. At the beginning, it's going to be somewhat of a struggle. It's going to be difficult. It's going to feel bad. If it feels bad, I always say if it feels nasty, you're probably doing it the right way. For some of you guys and girls who have some bad habits. So try to avoid those things. And real quick, let's make sure that we keep our feet shoulder length apart. Right foot in front of the left if you're a right-handed shooter, and opposite the other way. Create that L, right? Make sure you create the crease. Create the crease. That's important, with wide fingers. Elbow underneath the basketball. Guide hands on the side of the ball. The ball's out in front of you and below your eyes so that you can actually see. Your back is straight, but you're leaning forward. The ball's out in front of you, and you're bending your knees, and you're pushing out and up, right? And you want to make sure that you push out and up through your follow through every single time. And then the last thing is to make sure you follow through. Use that index finger and make sure that index finger is pointing towards your goal. So those are some drills that you can do while you're in the home. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. And I look forward to seeing you in the future, in future drills, future videos that I'll have. So make sure that you do me a favor, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel if you can. And I'll put the description, in the description, I'll put the link to a previous video of ball handling, because it's been a couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys and girls have been working on your ball handling as well. This is the time right now to work on your game and those fine skills that you need to build. So when we do get back into the gym, or when you get back to the gym, wherever you are, that you're ready to go. Don't waste time. Every day that you waste is an opportunity to get better. So stay safe, stay inside, and I'll see you in the gym. Coach Bay, talk to you soon.